Hi, John Kitten Catton. Thanks for the post. Um, I love it. It's a great idea. And I did leave a text comment, but I thought it was worth posting a video. Um, in the past, I've owned sheep, goats, horses, lots of chickens, and rabbits on a small format. It is a lot more work than 20 hours, excuse me, 20 minutes a day. Um, there is so much more involved with animals than just feeding and collecting eggs. Um, Sheep need to be shorn on a regular, once a year. Um, and it's a difficult task with hand shears. It's difficult with electric shears. And if you have never done it, it's pretty tricky and time consuming. Um, Both goats and sheep and horses need to have their nails trimmed on a regular basis. Horses need to have their teeth done on a regular basis because they grow little, I don't know, protrusions that make it difficult for them to eat. All of them need hay, so you either need to grow it and collect it yourself or spend the time to go out and purchase it from somebody else. Um, there's lambing in the spring, and it's not just as easy as letting the mom have her babies. It can be that easy, but sometimes it's a little trickier than that. The babies need some kind of attention, often when they're young. Um, it really is, it can be kind of an endless list, and it certainly depends on your sensibilities. Are you going to worm them on a regular basis or not? If you're not, be prepared to spend more on grain. Um, Goats don't just eat weeds. They do, but that's not all they eat. They require more than that to really stay in good shape. And certainly you want your animals in good shape if you're going to be breeding them and consuming them. Um, Stalls need to be cleaned. Um, it just, I can't even think of all the things right now, but it's not as easy as you think. Male babies need to be castrated. Um, None of these things are difficult, but they are things you need to consider. Are you going to dehorn your goats? Be prepared that some are going to get out, and you're going to spend time chasing them. Or they're going to get their horns caught in the fence, and you're going to have to run over and get their head out of the fence. They're just, you know, it's always something, it's the way it seems. Farmers do work very hard, and if you're going to grow your own food on top of this, it just, there is just more to it than it seems at the initial look. So I'm not trying to discourage anyone by any means, but I would hate for someone to run out and buy a bunch of animals and think that in 20 minutes a day they're going to have free eggs and meat, because it doesn't work that way. And also my experience has been those eggs are not free. You will pay more than you pay in the grocery store, but oh my gosh, so much better eggs. Um, when I first had chickens, in fact, I was so surprised. We cracked open our very first egg and it was bright orange. And I was horrified. I thought, oh my gosh, what do we do? What's wrong with our chickens? What's wrong with our eggs? Well, I was used to the anemic looking store eggs that are pale and yellow and uh, a completely different beast, really. Anyway, so good luck to anyone who's doing it. Like I said, I'm not trying to discourage you, but I want you to have a realistic view of what it does take. Thanks again for the update.